And this also gives me an in to show some pictures of Paulina Gretzky, who is, of course, Dustin Johnson's wife. There she is.
There you go.
The only reason I'm mentioning it, really.
That's a familiar face.
What in the world?
What in the world is she doing?
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning!
And welcome to episode 997 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, July 28th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Wes has a big old cup of coffee with some familiar faces floating around in that big old cup of coffee.
Yeah, familiar faces, familiar butts, familiar
what?
boobs. Hey,
Up there, then.
yeah, you know what goes on in my coffee.
Yeah.
Spicy coffee.
Creamy. It's a creamy roast. All right. Take me to space.
What a treat indeed. Pat's got some news that may make you think twice about moving to San Francisco.
If you were on the fence.
For those who
Shocker.
are considering going in right now when most people are going out, listen up.
What could be more? What else could be bad out there? Jesus.
You're going to find out, Wes.
Good.
It can get worse, Wes. I've got some international updates.
Macaques there?
Ooh, speaking of the international updates, Mark, we got one about Macaques and C News in the TikTok international moment. And Mark's got volunteer employees at Chick-Fil-A to service us on out of this one.
My pleasure.
No, it's my pleasure to work for free.
It's my pleasure.
Pleasure.
Oh.
All right. Well,
You
anything
guys
else?
excited? 997. Is the Hive excited?
Yeah.
997? Come on.
That's right. Get excited because for episode 1000, we've been doing this thing, patreon.com/hard factor. You may have heard of it. And for episode 1000, we are each host picking two of our favorite episodes that we've done on Patreon so far, making them public so that everybody in the Heart of Hive can check them out, for like a week after episode 1000 drops.
Through
And then
the
just
weekend,
check out the
Wednesday to
Patreon.
Sunday type thing, couple days.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're taking them back.
Patreon.com/hard factor.
It's a ploy.
They
to get
will
you to
go
join.
back behind the wall. And also, if you want to support your favorite podcast, that's how you should do it. Patreon.com/hard factor.
Also, today, you can be like, hey, man, you into the news? And like, you like laughing? And then that dude or chick will be like, yeah. I'm like, you want to listen to Hard Factor? And they'll be like, what's that? And then you'll explain it to them.
Also, a great way to support the podcast.
It's a great way to start a relationship. Really.
It's true. Great way to live your life. Hey, you guys know that a pod is also the name of a group of whales?
Did know
Yes.
Did.
Yes.
Look at that.
There's two names for a group of whales: a pod and
A group of dickheads.
a death squad, right?
Yeah,
Or no, it's
murderous-
something.
Murderous psychos.
Yeah.
Well, a pod is one
Terrorists.
I think it's a family.
of them. We're kind of like
Group of
we're kind of like
whales.
group of whales as a pod.
A gam. It's a
pod of
gam.
four-
Oh, that's right,
four-
a gam.
Four guys here.
It's a Mansons.
We are.
Four mammals just swimming through the sea of news.
Mhm.
Just a pod of dudes.
All right. What do you say we do the coffee? Anything else? Pat, you want to tell us about what happened to you before the show?
I mean, it's kind of a silly story. All right. Well, Kate's getting the boy ready for bed. She took his diaper off, classic. And as he does, he peed, got on his slide, and was peeing from the top of his slide. It was pretty
That's
sick.
fun.
And I said, honey, you're always taking his diaper off prematurely, and he's always peeing everywhere because before bath time. And she
Smart thing
goes,
to say.
whatever. Would you want to be chained up all the time? I said, no.
That's
Pretty
an
much
all
never.
kids piss when you take the diaper off.
So she's like,
You wouldn't show.
I'm working on writing the show. She's like, you watch him for a second. I'm gonna run the bath. She goes to run the bath. I pick the boy up. He's totally nude. I'm on the couch doing moving him back and forth, spin him around, acrobats. I'm doing raspberries on him, and then Kate's like, bath's ready. I'm like, all right, buddy. And then I smell something, and it's shit. And I look down him, and I can't find the shit anywhere. I can't. It's I can't. There's no. I can't find it anywhere. So I just strip nude. So there's 2 nude dudes running around the hood.
Giving each
That's
other
tough.
rad
I hand him off, and I jump in the shower, and then took a while to find that turd.
That is tough, Pat. You know, fun fact about babies being nude, also more likely to take a dump.
I was also being hilarious.
Double time.
You
He was
razzed
laughing
the shit out of him.
He was laughing
got-
his ass off.
You made him.
You made him shit
yeah.
his pants.
Mhm. I was the king, except he didn't have pants. He was like, "You're so funny, Dad. You're the funniest guy I
I'm
know."
gonna shit myself.
Oh no, not again. I'm gonna...
You got to be like Abbas, and you got to get a second kid, and then put their butts together so it seals them, like the cats. You got to get the butthole on butthole, then they can't shit. Like Will's saying, if they have pants on, they're probably not gonna shit. But if you get them butt to hold the butthole,
Is this in a world where CPS exists?
Once-
or?
Right.
Once the butthole and the pee hole are free, those children just exercise them.
Let
That's
her
the
rip.
way-
But that never
that's the way it
changes.
goes.
That's how 37 is too.
You know what the sad part is? I'm not
right,
even the
once-
funniest person that my baby knows. That's the saddest part about it.
But you
When
were
he's been
today
listening to the
for
show?
sure.
No,
I mean, you were today.
I mean, Kate's technically funnier than I am.
Well, not.
Arguably.
Did she laugh? Did she make him shit?
According to
him-
Twitter.
Did
She
she make
is.
him shit?
I mean, her tweets, or there was a poll.
Doesn't seem like it.
Just their followers.
Yeah, well,
Well, hey, look, were you able to flip the cushion at least?
with just leave human shit on it.
What are you gonna do? Get rid of the
You're an
couch?
animal.
What are you gonna get rid of the couch?
No, I took the fucking, took the cover off, and I'm washing it. Did I flip it?
Well, I mean, I figured you cleaned it.
I live here, man.
I didn't know if there was a stain that was going to be there permanently.
Oh, man.
Oh, you mean after I cleaned it?
Right
did I flip
after
it?
you
of
watched.
course. Oh,
After
yeah.
you- of course.
Did you
Yeah.
put a
Yeah, after you watched.
Of course.
paper?
It's fine, man.
Did you
That's
clean
what
it
I
on
meant. Come on, guys.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's do the news.
You idiots
It's
think
fine.
I would just not clean up shit
That's
cushion?
kind of what it sounded like.
I don't know.
All right.
Be honest with you.
Thanks for that. Glad you guys have such a high opinion. Let's go do the cup of coffee.
Coming from the fourth.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
What's that, Pat? Sorry, I didn't mean
What?
to cut you
No,
off.
nothing.
Okay.
I was just
Probably
rent.
better you did.
Yeah. All right. All right. Cup of coffee in the big time. Let's get it started. Fun fact, guys. You're going to see a little theme here. Cowboys considered, quote, Cookie or the camp cook the most important person in camp. And sometimes they used other hilarious terms which sound sexual and racist, which I think we may can start using on the show, like biscuit shooters, belly cheaters, and bean masters. Camp cooks fed the Cowboys 3 hot meals a day.
Shooters.
Sit on the bean master's
Biscuit
lap there.
shooters. Yeah.
Bean Master sounds like a
You
fart.
fucking belly cheater. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, so they fed them 3 meals a day no matter what. And then one of the other cook's jobs was to note the North Star each night and turn the tongue of the chuck wagon toward it. This way the drive would know which way they were heading out in the morning when they woke up at sunrise.
Oh, they fill them up, get them to sleep, and get them started in the morning.
Very important people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biscuit shooters.
Biscuit shooters,
You
bean
can't
masters.
make it out west without a good set of biscuit shooters on.
I mean, I'll consider coming out on the excursion, but how's the bean manager?
Bean
Any
master.
good? How's his stuff?
Bean master.
Bean Master died. We
even
got
more.
a couple months to go.
You guys got a good bean
What an
master
illustrious
out there?
title.
Yeah, right.
What about prostitutes?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Any of them?
I prefer the whores. I don't really care about the bean.
The bean master and the whores,
Mm-hmm.
the brothel are right on the same level all the time.
Look, the biscuit stir can't cook worth a damn, but he will suck your dick out there on the range.
Exactly. Biscuit shooter. Watch out. Don't go too close to Dallas. A lot of biscuit shooters over
He
there.
any good?
All right.
You put one right in that oven.
They ain't real cowboys out there, I'll tell you. They got the hats and everything, but
Yeah. Joke of the day. I got 2 actually. No one submitted any on Discord, so that was pretty disappointing. But it's cowboy themed. What did the cowboy say when his dog ran away?
I don't know what he said.
Oh,
Doggone.
there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
One more. Why did the cowboy die with his boots on?
I don't know why, Wes.
Because he didn't want to stub his toe when he kicked the bucket.
Reader's Digest.
No, that was just cowboy jokes. Google search.
.net.
Go ahead and submit those to Discord listeners. Joke of the day.
I mean, yeah, if you want to help out. All right, moving on. Trending mentions. Don't want to get too into it. First up, the Fed is fucking anyone looking to buy a home again. This is from NPR. With prices rising at their fastest pace in a generation, the Federal Reserve is ratcheting up the fight against inflation. On Wednesday, the Fed raised the benchmark interest rate by an additional 0.75 of a percentage point. This is the fourth time the central bank has raised rates this year. It follows an increase of the same size in June. Rate hikes at this pace and magnitude have not occurred since the late 80s. And despite these fast and furious moves, the central bank has its work cut out for it. The goal is to rein in inflation without kickstarting a recession. Our word. Quote, the labor market is extremely tight and inflation is too high, said Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. We're gonna be more on this Tuesday show when the guys get back from the PFT beach trip I wasn't invited to.
Yeah.
Was that a respect for your sobriety, Wes?
I have that in there. I said I wasn't invited because they care about my sobriety, or
Is that
someone
what it
will
is?
be there that just doesn't want me there. I'm a little. I
don't know.
I was gonna ask when I got there.
I wasn't
say,
handing out the invite.
Hey, now that Wes isn't around,
it be
can I
both?
ask why wasn't he invited?
It's I know.
Couldn't it be both?
It is both.
Those are mutually exclusive.
Well, I'd like to think there.
Yeah.
I think I think one's heavier than the other.
I don't want you there, and it's respectful.
Wes, the economy's tight right now, man. You gotta understand.
Come on.
Don't
Let's
want to
move
get
on.
Wes into trouble out there with his finances. You know, economy's
Look,
tight.
That's right.
Basically,
move on.
nothing changed from yesterday, the end of yesterday's show. They did the 75 basis point hike like we said they would. They also said no recession like we said they would. The GDP numbers dropped today, July 28th. That's GDP day. This will be the second negative quarter in a row. We'll see what the spin zone is.
You're forgetting one thing.
More
Will.
on Tuesday.
Ethereum is a chugging.
Yeah, stock market had a good day too because the 75 basis points were priced in.
I almost bought some Ethereum earlier when it was still in the
Ethereum's like an
1400s.
It's okay. If it is an R word, you have time.
All right. Moving on, a huge 7.3 earthquake hit the Philippines, where our editing team, led by our main guy Eric, is located. The 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the province of Abra at 8:43 a.m. local time, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Here's some pictures of the devastation. Not great. So far, 5 people are confirmed to have lost their lives, hundreds injured. So hopefully that death toll does not rise. Our editor said he slept right through the quake, but was not at the epicenter. So great. Sucks.
Whenever I hear of a quake, now that I live out west, like I always am a little upset when I wake up and I didn't feel it. And I'm like, damn, I probably missed a good one, because I kind of like them. I mean, it's R.I.P. to anybody who died and who had their house destroyed, but they're pretty fun when you're just standing around and it's like the earth starts shaking.
I feel like that'd be horrifyingly scary.
Oh, I love it. I'm like,
I would like to be in one.
Little excitement,
You wanna be
know,
in-
Not-
like
not
being
like
in rough seas. Yeah,
Not like a death one, but
yeah, exactly, Wes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
tremble.
a little shake.
Just a little shake.
Just flip the cushion afterwards.
Maybe a dish falls over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta.
I mean, what's a good quake? Like what's a
Like a 5.
solid?
4 or 5?
A solid?
Oh, this 7 was that's fucked up.
big.
That'll
That's
jack
too
you
big.
up.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're,
look what it did.
Yeah, look what it
fucking
did.
Collapsed parking garages and shit.
If you want to feel the
wanna
vibration,
Tickle my asshole, not rip off my toes.
Right, you want to be far away from a 7. You don't want to be anywhere close to it. But when you feel the effects of it, it'll still feel. I mean, I like it. I think it's fun.
Sitting
It's
on a washing machine.
I want to go out and talk to my
vibrating
neighbors
bed.
and be like, "Hey, that was cool, wasn't it?"
Except it's a lot more violent. You can tell there's no control. It's like, oh man, if this was bad, whoa.
You feel that?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what y'all feel it? Anything happen at your house?
If you're not expecting it,
You start telling them where
couldn't
you
it
were.
feel like
Yeah.
you're in an explosion.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa, why is everything shaking all of a
Right.
sudden? Yeah.
Right.
But and it's just totally, it's more of a jarring motion. It's not like a vibrating, a predictable vibration.
I'm gonna pass on the earth.
I was in the bedroom. Really? That's weird. I was in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You felt it too.
We were just sitting down to dinner. All right.
exactly.
So let's move on to some entertainment news, guys. It took 2 people to fill the shoes of late Jeopardy host and legend Alex Trebek, and those 2 people are going to be Ken Jennings and
attempt.
Yeah, attempt. Mayim, Bialik, who both signed deals to remain on as Jeopardy host permanently until the numbers show that one clearly outperforms the other. So Ken is scheduled to begin the season in September with the Tournament of Champions. Bialik will come on to host Celebrity Jeopardy before taking the podium in January. So yeah, that's it.
You left out one more possibility. And Also, unless Aaron Rodgers retires from the NFL before either of them has been fired,
Cameron
he'll probably
Poe?
just take
Did
over.
he mean to show up like Cameron Poe?
Yeah, he was doing
Yes,
Cameron Poe
Nick
thing,
Cage.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Did he have a teddy bear?
He should have.
Mm-hmm.
The note.
He had a
from his daughter,
backpack that he tossed down, but yeah, should
a
have.
heart-shaped note or whatever. Yeah.
Last week, Jennings really caused a stir over there with what many viewers considered a mildly inappropriate response to a contestant's correct answer. The joke came during a double Jeopardy round in the active Bible verses category. The clue read, "Since no one had done this for 40 years, God told Joshua to get a knife and do this to male Israelites." And then contestant Erica Weiner, a fourth grade teacher, said, "What is circumcised?" And then, well, here's the clip. Here it is.
Okay.
What is circumcised?
That's correct. A painful 2000 for you.
Come on,
Jennings, man. He's just hitting them with a little bit of repartee. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it fresh.
That's
Is he
right.
wrong?
Yeah.
Is he wrong?
Executive
People
producer
didn't
Mike.
like that.
They were a little stirred up about it. Some people were like, some people said, yes, this solidifies that Jennings should be the host, and some people were whining that they need to bring Mayim back. Executive
He's a
producer.
little too
How's
loose
that
out there.
Yeah. He should have thrown a trust me to cover his bases, you know?
Yeah.
Right. What are you supposed to say about a circumcision where they cut off dick skin? I mean, like,
It's hurt.
painful,
It hurts.
right?
Yeah.
Trebek would have been like, that will add instead of subtract from your total. Executive producer Michael Davies said the show would
better.
not
Maybe you should do
flip-flop.
it, Wes.
Yeah,
Wes.
I should. Noting that viewers value consistency because they're old and get angry when things change without notice. So,
Bigger shoes to fill. These two idiots trying to fill Trebek's shoes like a bunch of idiots, or Drew Carey trying to follow Bob Barker.
Ooh.
I'd
Drew
say
Carey
Drew
does a
Carey-
fantastic job, though.
What's a
yeah.
hard- what's a
Well,
harder
yeah.
fill, though?
I'd say that this guy Jennings will never be as close as Drew Carey got to Bob Barker.
Drew Carey's pretty good.
Yes, I agree with that
can still
statement, Will.
DVR the Drew
Right?
Carey.
Like I'm saying, like I don't think
I-
Bialik or Jennings will get as
No.
close to.
No
What
way.
about just in
Dude.
general?
And that's the immediate successor, so it
Right.
doesn't really matter anybody after that.
What about bigger? Not who's doing better, like Drew Carey or these idiots, but like what's a harder gig to follow?
I mean, Price is Right's been on longer, I think.
I mean,
It's gotta
I
be Bob
I think
Barker.
Barker's harder because it's more freeform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be Barker.
It
Not
is.
not that Trebek's job was easy, but Barker's
a
like
performer.
he's got to
Yeah.
do some like crowd work, you know, like a little bit of stand up. It's hard.
It's more of a Barker's thing is more of like a show. Like it's more like there's a whole like
He's gotta
rotating
wrangle the
cast of
ladies.
people. He's got to have people running in and off stage, on
Yeah.
stage. But
It's like Johnny
Trebek has to
Carson
be
out
like
there.
locked in
Mhm.
every single
They're
night,
both
and
tough.
I don't think anybody's gonna get close.
We can agree they're both tougher to fill than Sajak, right? In Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, Sajak's got to be number 3 easily.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly Vanna White out there. I mean that Vanna White has the hard job. She's got to be doing all
Sajak's
that.
great, but come on.
Well,
gotta know
and
that
the fact
alphabet.
and the fact that Sajak's replacement is going to get the new Vanna like with them, so it's gonna, you know what I mean?
That's
It's gonna be like a
Fish with Dynamite,
tandem
the new
deal. It's
Vanna,
gonna,
yeah.
it's gonna just be everything is gonna be fresh. It's gonna people are just gonna. It's like a fresh coat of paint over
Maybe
it.
they could put her on the wheel and spin it around the new Vanna.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, not to say that Sajak and White aren't great. They are, but
They put
not as much pressure as Barker or Trebek.
Vanna has to flash her tits on the wheel. If you get it, pick up that
That's one of the-
flash.
That's one of the one of the things. All right, Vanna.
All right. Anyway, all right, guys. Former President Trump was making some ink in the sports page this week because the Donald is scheduled to be at this week's LIV Golf Invitational at his own course, Trump National in Bedminster, New Jersey. He'll be playing with Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, who he's played with before. They're chums, I guess. There's Donald with DJ. Not a shocker. And this also gives me an in to show some pictures of Paulina Gretzky, who is, of course, Dustin Johnson's wife. There she is.
There you go.
The only reason I'm mentioning it, really.
That's a
there she is.
familiar face.
What in the world?
What in the world is she doing?
So is Charles Barkley going to the LIV, or is that a rumor?
Yeah, so I'm going to get to that, Will. So Trump, also Caitlyn Jenner was going to be there. Charles Barkley, Lauren LT is going to be there, and Barkley is in talks to join the outfit for broadcasting.
So
and he
hilarious.
said on the Dan Patrick Show, "I'm not going to keep TNT in limbo. I don't think it's fair to them. They've gotten plenty of play out of me coming to play out there Thursday. I'm not going to just be some show pony. Don't be wasting my time. I'm not going to waste y'all time when I leave New Jersey Thursday night. When I leave the golf course, if I don't have an offer, it's over. So we will see what happens." teams there.
TNT can't match live money. That's going to be interesting.
No,
Dude, if they get Charles Barkley, and aren't they allowing people to go like nuts in the stands?
it's like a Phoenix Open like atmosphere.
I mean,
all the
nuts.
time, I guess.
Nuts in terms of like a country that doesn't allow alcohol to be served.
No, Pat. Like you can shoot like t-shirt
Crazy.
cannon like on the side of the fucking links. Like
It's like the XFL of
right.
golf, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
way
it'll be
different.
just like
There's,
that. Just no beer.
But there's there's
they're-
cart
they're-
girls, dude. There's so many beers.
And it's in the United
Cart
States.
girls.
Oh, okay.
That are
Okay.
like that are like in bikinis serving you like shots of tequila while you catch like cannon. It's so much different.
Most of the
Yeah.
tournaments so far have been in the U.S.
So you're saying
Yeah.
we would want to go to a live event?
Yes,
Oh
we would.
yes,
Yeah.
dude.
would.
The live environment is 10 times cooler than the PGA.
Man.
That's the reason it's crushing the PGA. Also because it has the Saudi funding. It's just it's tough. It's tough. PGA needs to like.
Do they let
thi-
blacks in the stands?
Oh yeah,
I
they'll let
believe they do.
anybody. If you got
Wow.
money and want to party,
This is a this is some
Talk
pluses.
about an upgrade.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are some
I mean,
pluses.
yeah, it's way
PGA
different,
was a
man.
little too stuffy, a little too long.
Yeah,
right there.
it's way different. PGA needs to adjust,
Yeah.
man, because they're getting fucking smoked by
Yeah.
Live.
They're also going to change their name. They're already amping up for 2023. They're going to be the Live Golf League in 2023. 14 events, 12 4-player teams. So maybe we can go to one. Maybe we'll come to Texas.
I
soon.
mean, they look fun. They look
Yeah.
super fun.
Other big news from CNN. After months of internal debate, the Biden administration has offered to exchange Victor Bout, the merchant of death, a convicted Russian arms trafficker serving 25 years in the U.S. prison as part of a potential deal to secure the release of Brittany Greiner and
Right.
Paul Whelan, who was arrested in
After
Russia.
denying the deal, how long ago, Wes? When did they deny the deal originally?
Not that long ago.
We're giving them the merchant of death back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen to what we're getting. We're getting two. We're getting two, right?
We're
I
getting
mean, come on.
we're
Nobody
getting
knows
Whelan, who no one
who the other
cares.
guy is.
He's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you recognize him? Nobody does.
Canadian.
No, he's also got like
knows who
6
that is.
passports, and we're paying his fucking tab.
Pat, we're getting two and they're getting two because the merchant of death has another nickname. He goes by the merchant of death or the Lord of War. So
Right.
They made a movie after
yeah,
him.
he's
Yeah.
like the most prolific arms dealer ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secretary of State.
He's famous. The other guy's not.
What the hell
Griner,
is-
merchant of death, famous as fuck.
What the hell did
The
Brittany
other guy's
Griner
not.
average her last season? Because if it wasn't like a triple double, this is absolute. She needs to win 2 to 3 more league MVPs.
It's
There's
just
a lot of
hilarious
pressure
that they
on her now.
denied the deal and then took it. Like, just
The merchant
yeah.
of death stats are way more impressive than hers so far. I mean, her
what
career's
are you
not
doing?
over.
You know?
Yeah.
Neither is his, maybe. You know.
By the way, if you want to see a hilarious take on the WNBA, go watch Bill Burr's new Red Rock special. It's fantastic. Also, Blinken from the State Department said that he can't confirm the details of what proposed to the Russians over the course of so many weeks now, but he's going to talk to their former Prime Minister Sergei Lavrov this week, and says that he hopes that it'll work and he could bring them home.
Sergey's just been whispering to like his buddies. He's like, they're going to give us back the merchant.
Can you believe we got the offer?
Come on, no.
For a little bit of weed.
The Lord of War.
Nobody watches the WNBA.
We're getting a Bonilla level deal here.
Exactly.
Which brings us to
Good
guys.
for Griner, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, hey,
whoa.
glad they're coming home. Glad that Biden has changed some legislation regarding our boys and girls overseas that are being held.
Right, but
She's not allowed to leave the country ever again. We need to
I
make that
mean,
rule.
Yeah, the negotiation skills that were put on display by the Biden administration were. I mean, that's just the whole world's watching that. They saw what happened.
We got him back.
We got him.
I don't want to see
We're
a
gonna get him back.
single
Hopefully.
Paul Whelan interview. Just accept it, be gracious, and come back home. Don't leave again.
And Greiner better dunk every game next season.
The other teams, out of respect, should let her get like 50 a game. They should take a little step
They
away.
better lower the hoops next season.
Yeah.
All right.
Major doesn't it feels major like Carter-esque though, because he was like a notoriously horrible with dealing with like tough guy regimes. It feels very similar.
This goes against what the Department of Justice was saying the whole time.
You don't
which
give a
is
guy
we
like the
don't-
Merchant of
yeah.
Death, Lord of War,
A second
back.
chance.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
give him back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been just sitting there plotting the whole time. All right, guys, that brings us to
The cream of the crop!
Guys, I think we, do a pretty good job of making fun of just about everyone equally on this show, including ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. Which in our minds gives us a pass to make fun of everyone, right?
Okay.
No matter how on the edge of being flat out mean and sensitive, or even, racist that joke might be, just know that when we don't think we're better than anyone else, and respect everyone equally,
Yes.
with the
Well
exception
said.
of the Native Americans, right, guys?
Well, that's
What?
that's low hanging fruit.
That's a joke, Wes. That's it. And that's
Okay.
and even though it's a racist joke,
Sorry.
you don't mean it. That's
I
what the
kid.
whole point of your little your rant. Or
That's
your
right.
spiel was.
See,
Yeah.
I'm joking,
We didn't
right?
give them the blankets.
Right. Exactly. I'm joking.
There you
here.
go. Yeah.
Any-
See, it may hurt.
See?
It may sting a little bit, but these guys really love Native Americans, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Not as much as the Trail of
Oh,
Tears,
yeah.
but it might sting a little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But let's go down to Dallas, Texas, home of the Cowboys. See, I was doing the Cowboy thing earlier. To check in on a man who definitely thinks he's better than everyone and has carte blanche to say whatever the fuck he wants, as you will see in this shocking video I'm going to play for you of Cowboys owner Jerry Jones.
Who's that behind you? That's not Jerry Jones.
Nope, that's someone that Jerry was talking
Got to
about.
be a family member or
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So for context, Jerry was speaking at a press conference Tuesday, and Jerry made a little slip up and used an insensitive word at the press conference when he was talking about former Cowboys scouting director Larry Lacewell, who is right here.
Look at that.
That's
Okay.
the Lace. That's Larry. He died in 85 in May, man, one tiny mistake, and now Jerry has a hornet's nest on him.
Lace looks like if Jerry Jones was just like inflated up by a bicycle pump, and then
He's cute,
he was
isn't
just
he?
a bigger guy.
Yeah, he's a cute guy, cute old man.
Ace has one extra scotch than Jerry every
Oh,
night,
yeah.
and that's
100%.
Jerry cuts it off.
He
with one
puts
scotch
Jerry to
short,
bed.
and 5 decades of that adds up.
Yeah. So I'm going to play you guys the clip. And if you listen closely, he actually used this term with a person who represents this demographic right in the room, which made things a lot worse. Here we go.
I want to get me somebody about a midget to stand up there with me and dress him up like Lace and think Lace is still out here helping us look at the practice with us. But we all need our props and a little memory that goes with it.
That was really uncalled for, Jerry.
What's that in Smurf
Jerry.
voice and stuff?
You couldn't even see the
So you're not allowed to say the M word now, huh?
No, you
not for a
cannot.
while. Will, where have you been?
Yeah.
Little people.
Yeah. Where have you been? You're what they're talking about with Jerry.
You're about
Yeah, but we
18
talked
years
about
You're old
we
school.
talk- We talked about it with Za though, and
It's one guy.
Yeah. That's like
Okay.
giving like one black guy giving you the carte blanche to say the N word. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't, just throw.
Can you put that in writing or?
Right. So there you have it.
A
Midget.
little
I mean,
person, right? That's
yeah,
what you're saying.
little person. Jerry's old school. He probably
People
used
are
to
mad about this.
Yeah, well, Jerry is old school. He probably used to stuff them in trash cans or strand them on top of mailboxes back in the day.
I mean,
But it's
come on.
2022. Jerry should know better. And the LPA, or the Little People of America, a small but mighty organization, is not happy
Oh, Wes.
with Jerry.
Wes.
Here's their
Oh,
official
buddy, come on.
homepage. Here's their official logo, which is Little People of America Empowerment. Oh, sorry, Empowerment, Awareness, Community, Anger.
They're so angry.
No, there's the real one. There's no anger in there.
Wes, it looks like a big organization. There's a bunch of people in that organization.
There's a ton of them, isn't there? This is like their yearly meeting, I think.
Pat, it's like Reno. It's the biggest little organization.
Bless their tiny little hearts.
Yeah, look at them. They're all together. Anyway, so they're not happy with Jerry. They put out a statement, and they actually pushed to have this term abolished, saying, quote, "It was never coined as the official term to identify people with dwarfism, but was created as a label used to refer to people of short stature who were on public display for curiosity and sport, back in the day, like circuses and just all that kind of shit.
freak shows.
Freak shows. They also said today the word midget is considered a derogatory slur. Dwarfism community has voiced that they prefer to be referred to as dwarfs, little people, people of short stature, or having dwarfism, or simply the most preferable way by their given name.
Yeah, Steve.
Steve.
Just call him Steve or Greg.
Right.
Little Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah. Little whatever their name is.
Short Sammy.
Petite Paul.
Anyway, midget is a term that has been used. This is them saying this. Midget is a term that has been widely used
Oh my
derogatory for
goodness,
years.
Wes, what are you doing?
Yeah, should be common knowledge in the public arena. such as Jerry Jones. Ignorant at this point is simply not an excuse. So they wanted Jerry to apologize, and I have a little inside recording of the PR room with Jerry when he was mulling over the apology.
Oh yeah,
here's that.
That's good.
I'm gonna get me somebody about.
Sorry, that's the midget thing. Here you go.
Mm-hmm. So this is a mic inside Jerry Jones's room.
I've done it now.
Here you go.
I've done it now. I don't know if you've seen, but those little fuckers are pissed off. Damn, those little bastards are all over me. They knew what I was trying to say. I was trying to memorialize Lace. Worst thing about it is they probably thought it was funny too. Oh, don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. All right. Here, put this out. Earlier today, I made a reference which I understand may have been viewed as offensive. I apologize. There, that should shut those little fuckers up.
Yeah,
There you go.
That'll work.
Yeah, and that's the
How'd you
exact
get
apology.
that?
That's the exact apology they put out there for
There you
short and
go.
sweet.
Yeah. Lace would have found it funny, actually.
Yeah. Lace was short. Yeah, we called him midget all the time. We called him little Lace.
He loved it. He was always looking up at us and saying, "Keep going, I love it."
When we didn't call him it, he would look for it.
Yeah.
Just smelling for it.
So, I mean, hey, big apology from Jerry. Hopefully they can have like a Little People Day at Cowboys Stadium. That would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome. Like, and then do some like halftime shit. That'd be
Cheering
fun.
in the stands.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is Jerry Jones? Look, we got presidents, we got team
Also-
owners. All these people are just they're working well past the age that technology is allowed for
Yeah,
them.
he's
to,
about to be a Clippers guy himself.
Well, he's the owner. He's the owner of the
Sterling.
Cowboys, so he's just they'll have to grab it from his cold dead hands.
Yeah.
Also,
He's
Little
gonna-
People
he's gonna
Day.
definitely Sterling himself in a couple years. You could tell he's getting there.
Little People Day at Jerry World would be amazing to be
yeah.
in the lower bowl because then you would have great
Well,
view.
throw up
Ooh, good call,
Willow
Will.
on the
If you were seated
jumbotron.
behind their
Good
section.
call, Will. Best seats in the house wherever you are.
Yeah, I mean they're going to put him lower bowl. You're going to want to get right
Yeah.
behind that. You're going to have a great
I
experience.
think you should play Willy Wonka. You should play
unless they start
Willow.
stacking.
All the great M word movies. You should play them on the jumbotron.
Yeah.
Leprechaun,
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun, Willow.
Yeah,
Did they claim that one, or
pretty
is
much
it-
a Warwick
Willow?
Davis retrospective.
I said Willow like 4 times.
Willow's great. So
Willow, and then there's Willow.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then the
Willow.
Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
that Ernest Scared Straight movie.
Anything
Stupid.
with,
the station
Lannister.
agent or something like that with
Let me
the
Google movies.
station
with
something.
Oh, The Wizard of Oz, man.
Wizard of Oz is great. Yeah.
Yeah, the station agent, Time Bandits,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Austin Powers. Okay.
How many Little People movies can we name?
The Hobbit.
What's the most recent one where he played the evil boss or whatever? With
Does
his
The
mom
Hobbit
was in
count?
it?
We can. I care a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Hobbit counts.
he's got them.
Yeah, I mean, The Hobbit. They kind of took the
Is
jobs
that
from them.
appropriation?
I think it's appropriation. Honestly, Elijah Wood honestly probably owes an
That's
apology.
like they should have hired little people to play the hobbits. That's like when
Right.
like someone plays like a transgender person or gay person and they're not. Or yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, the Hobbit.
That trilogy's canceled already. I'm sure for so many
You
reasons.
can't have a race of little people and not hire a single little person.
I mean,
Tolkien's been canceled.
they hired like the littlest actors they could, though.
Well,
if you ever see those guys together,
Elijah Wood's
Well,
like
Pat,
very light. Yeah, but he's
you
know what?
Man, what a dream it would be to take a piss next to like Sean Austin, Elijah Wood, and Donovan. What's his name? You know,
those
what a
British
dream.
guys.
you'd be a king.
What a dream it would be.
You see this? You see this, boys?
You don't want it to like the 3 of them.
You see this?
That's just lasers staring at all their
Yeah.
cocks.
He's rubbing their little heads.
Oh no, I'll use the short
Frisbee
urinal.
that thing. How small is it?
Yeah.
Dane,
Knew it, Elijah.
what's the little one's name?
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's a cup of coffee and big time for today. And guys, I love tobacco. We all do. I love nicotine. When I can't smoke, I get a little irritable. Start picking fights with people, mostly my son, my lady. I just snap at people, especially on days when I have long drives, can't smoke, boys in the car. If I'm at a wedding Sometimes I like to sneak a little
Wednesday,
every day. Nope. Yeah, every time. So sometimes I like to sneak a little pinch in a Black Buffalo because it's discreet, it's delicious, no smell, and it takes that edge off when I need a little nicotine. It's tobacco alternative. There are alternatives to everything these days, even meat. But where are the high quality tobacco alternatives? If you're 21 or over, you dip or chew tobacco. Pouches or long cut, you have to try this tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo. So many DMs from people thanking us that it changed their lives. Lombard Trucking loves the stuff. But what makes it unique? Well, Black Buffalo is everything you love about dipping, including pharmaceutical-grade nicotine, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. They produce a variety of flavors: wintergreen, mint, straight, peach, blood orange. I love the mint, wintergreen. They sell their products at blackbuffalo.com. Long cutter pouches. Plus, you can ditch nicotine altogether. Try their zero option. They also have a subscription option, so you don't ever have to miss out on having your favorite tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo. So they looked far and wide for tobacco alternatives, but nothing delivered the same satisfaction and high quality they were looking for. So they just, they said, fuck it, we're going to make it ourselves. So go to blackbuffalo.com. I didn't paste in the entire link if someone can help me. Blackbuffalo.com, promo code Hard Factor.
Yeah,
for
25% off.
25%
off your first order.
25% off your first order. Blackbuffalo.com, promo code Hard Factor for 25% off your first order. Try it out if you're looking for an alternative to tobacco.
This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Thank you, Mark.
Got it, dog.
Boys, we haven't lived in a lot of bigger cities, but have you guys ever lived in a spot or worked at a spot that was like a pain in the ass to find parking near?
Oh, yeah.
That old wine bar we used to work at, you had to like back into your spots in downtown Charlottesville, Virginia. That was horrible.
Yeah. Pain in the fucking ass. Yeah, nothing worse when you're like late for your shift and there's only street parking available, or you got to leave your shift and go like feed the meter.
Or like an apartment complex when you get home late and you have to park like way up the street.
Or like
walk.
college when you're you're going to class and doing everyone the world a favor, and then like it's hard to find parking for college
anything
classes.
anything where you're having to compete with like everybody else for the spots. Like,
I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to class. Make it easier on me.
With the privilege of education, you're doing a favor to everyone.
Right. Well, who are you favoring?
By you getting educated?
I guess my parents were paying for it. I don't know. It just
they didn't want to pay for it.
To them.
Yeah, like a favor to whoever, the professor for me showing up. I don't know.
Oh,
this was for you.
It wasn't for me. No.
Okay.
No, not for me.
That's in the mark, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
school? No, not.
I'm doing you a favor. Okay. Don't talk back to me.
I got beers in the fridge. Like I didn't need to come here. I would like a parking spot.
That's right.
What about, have you guys ever been in a situation where like parking's tight, but you like know where the good spot is? Like, all right, I'm gonna check and see if I get this spot first because this is the best one. It's nearest to the door, right?
Yeah, and, like one that used to be like a handicap spot, but like they removed it, but they didn't remove all
like
the paint.
That's always nice.
So no one ever really. They're like, oh shit, I think it's still handicapping.
Yeah,
it's not. Those are best.
That happens on city streets a lot, where the spot that nobody ever thinks is a spot. Yeah.
Right. It's a locals thing. If you know that, right? You've been around the block, so to speak. Now, all right. I want you guys to imagine this, and specifically, I want Wes to imagine this moving forward for the rest of the story. This is for Wes, for the sake of this imaginary scenario. Okay. I want Mark and Will. I want you guys to picture Wes, and Wes, I want you to really experience this in your mind, like it really happened to you.
San Francisco,
or perhaps another Wes in a parallel dimension. Let's call him San Francisco Wesley, for example. Right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
San Francisco Wes has such good scones. He like knows where.
He's the best.
What an absolute cuck, San Francisco.
Douchebag.
Just inviting you to have sex with his lady over and over and over.
You think?
Please, homeless man, shit on my carpet.
Oh man,
I won't even flip over the cushion.
I was thinking San Francisco West looked a little bit more something like that.
Yo, maybe.
He's in shape. Wow. He's got the nip rings. Yeah, maybe so.
Like a leather daddy.
Did you Photoshop Wes's face?
I do like leather.
Did I? Is that? It does look a lot like Wes.
Nice.
It does look a lot like Wes.
Take it. He's a handsome gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I thought maybe he looked a little bit something like that.
Turning gay really lost you some weight. I mean, you look
It
nice
did.
in that.
Well, when you're having sex 90 hours a week.
He even
My favorite-
smokes cigarettes like Wes does.
Yeah, my favorite part about San Francisco West is he's not wearing a shirt, but he is wearing a name tag.
Yeah.
And suspenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And nipple rings, but he calls them handles. Anyway, guys. Okay, San Francisco West. You're in San Francisco. You live there. You've been there a while.
I'm in
Yeah,
it,
you're enjoying the sights, the sounds of San Francisco, the camaraderie, the companionship, the brotherhood. You know, maybe you have your regular spot in front of your exorbitantly expensive studio apartment in the Castro district, and
Love that.
one day you park your, I don't know, let's say 2009 Toyota Yaris there in that
He's got his
spot.
mind on the environment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, you know, you're paying a lot for the apartment.
Doesn't
And
need to be flashy. Yeah.
Can squeeze into anything over there.
He's house poor and he loves the environment.
you like to show people that you can fit it in, you know?
Yeah, I can squeeze it in anywhere. That's my
which,
motto.
At first glance, maybe not, you know? Anyway, you park in your spot, you get your spot, your good spot, the neighborhood spot, right? And then maybe, I don't know, you run into like the stationery store, which is right down the block from your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And you come back and from, I don't know, 20, 30 feet away, you see something on the windshield. Is that a ticket? That can't be a ticket. I'm in the good spot. And you get there and you see that not only do you have a ticket, but the city of San Francisco has painted the curb red while you were parked in front of that curb and ticketed you for parking in front of a red curb.
Whoa. That's awesome.
What do you do? What do you do? You going to fight
San
it?
Francisco West do, or what does West do?
You going to take your losses? Yeah. What do you do? What's San Francisco West doing?
San Francisco West is just going to eat it and just not complain.
He's literally going to eat the ticket there with his leather daddy gear on. He's not going to complain. You wouldn't fight
That
it?
hurts, but it hurts kind of good, and it's for the community. So
I'd take the paint and then I'd wipe it on my face and I'd go to town.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'd go fuck the first guy I saw, Pat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
oh, I gotta fuck the paint of this ticket away.
Yeah.
Free paint. Yeah.
Someone grabbed me by my steering wheel.
Yeah. I put it on my lips. Red paint. This is perfect.
All right. Well, look, yeah, different reaction than I would have thought, and different reaction.
Right.
No, I'd be pissed. I'd be furious.
You'd be pissed, right?
Yes.
Well, musician and painter and his wife and 25-year San Francisco resident, last name Jolly. This happened to them, and here's how they felt about it.
Hoods in San Francisco, finding a place to park can be a bit of a full-time sport. So if you've got a regular spot like Desiree and Jeff Jolly, you're gonna park in it.
Well, yeah, anytime it's open, I've been parking there for 25 years.
But what happened to the Jollies 1 week ago at the corner of Larkin and Union was a first.
We came out, we were walking up from the store, and I noticed the ticket on my car.
Desiree had been hit with a $108 fine for parking in a red zone.
If it was warranted, I didn't have a problem with it, but this seems unfair to me.
Which she says wasn't there when she parked a couple days earlier.
The red stripe is there where it wasn't before, and they had the nerve just to go around my tire.
You can even
that's
see
the evidence.
patch the city's paint shop missed when they avoided Desiree's tire. An amusing detail for Jeff, who is a painter by trade.
I saw that, and I even had painter friends call me and said, "Ben, what a bad job that was." They missed a spot. Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Painter jokes. Yeah, check out Jeff's music. He's an old punk rocker. Lives there in San Francisco. You can Google Jeff Jolly. But guys, turns out that they did ticket the Jollies and they did paint around their car, but the ticket was not for that particular park job. It just so happened that they had parked in front of a faded red line earlier in the month that they meant to ticket them for, but never ticketed them for it. And then while they were there painting the line, they're like, "Oh, we should ticket these fuckers for that other fence."
You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do parking tickets by camera in San Francisco.
I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Will
that doesn't make any sense because they've been parking in this spot for 25 years. So if it's the same spot,
a different
that's
spot
bullshit.
across town,
different spot, so they can do it by camera.
Spot that they forgot to ticket them on that was faded. They're saying because of that they can give them a ticket a month later. I don't fucking think so.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Camera parking tickets are unconstitutional. It's got to be.
Doesn't make a lot of sense if you ask me, but it happened. So imagine that shock, though. They painted around your wheels.
San Francisco
you
West
better
says,
think.
Worse things have happened to me. I'm gonna go fuck the first guy I see.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You send me that.
But
picture.
if you're not San Francisco West, you got to think 3 times about moving to San Francisco.
I'd be glad to do. Yeah. I'd be glad to send you that picture.
This is the kind of bullshit they have to deal with out there. I mean, I've been trying to warn people not to go out there.
We're going to go out there in maybe October, Wes. My treat. We'll go out there.
Texas
We'll make some
West
content.
Vindicated.
Wow. Okay. That would be
one night. It's very expensive. I'll do one night. My treat.
Wow.
You're on the
San Francisco too.
You're gonna get me there, and then I gotta pay for all the other nights.
Oh my God, I hate Italy, Pat. I hate Italy.
I can't look, Mark. I know that you're lying. Okay.
God, the Amalfi Coast is ridiculous.
Ooh, speaking of the Italian coast.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I want to see that video. All right. Pack your bags, gentlemen.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
And Mark, you must have the gift of foresight because we've got a couple of quick international updates before we take off to the sea for the rest of our trip today, including the Italian coast. Two quick updates, though, fellas. As predicted, Boris Johnson, many call him Brois on this show, is not done. And people,
commodity, isn't he?
You know he's not done. People want him to take over for Jens Stoltenberg for Secretary General of NATO next September. So like basically they're like, Jens is stepping down. We got to get somebody in there. Boris is hot on the streets right now.
A hot commodity right now.
President Zelensky, look at this, is already campaigning for his brother Boris. He says Boris cannot disappear after not being PM. And then, they're cock brothers after all. You guys remember.
That's right.
Well, this is great because everyone loves Boris except for the UK. I mean, at least half of the UK. But everyone else in the world loves Boris.
They're going to sorely miss him.
Wow. Zelensky especially loves Boris, which is huge for him in getting the NATO job, obviously. So good news for Boris. Cheers.
He's the most eligible. Yeah,
cheers to Boris.
He's going to be fine, obviously. He's the most eligible guy out there besides maybe Emily Ratajkowski. Did you see she got divorced?
Oh, my Lord.
Boris and Emily got together?
Apparently he was cheating on her.
What an idiot.
He's cheating. Boris will put a baby in you. So, Emily, if you're interested, Boris will impregnate you for sure. He's like an Elon Musk that way. Fellas, another update. Also, at least one of the male marauding macaque monkeys in Yamaguchi City, Japan, that have attacked at least 49 people, including babies that Wes told us about earlier this week, has been put down as a Tuesday night.
Good.
Look at that.
What was the method?
I think I know.
Oh, they sought out the most aggressive male. They found him near a school. They shot him with some darts, some tranquilizer darts. Confirmed he was the one that was attacking kids at the school. Euthanized.
Well, they bring him in for a lineup.
I mean, they track these things apparently.
They should have hung him from Mongrel Square.
What's the point of having ninjas? Like, what's the point, dude? If you're not going to bring a samurai sword out and hunt them humanely.
You gotta make an example of him too. You gotta
execution would
have their whole family watch as he gets shot in the head from 500 yards away.
No, that's what I'm saying. You should hang him from the street pole.
Yeah, there you go.
The most busy part of the central city. Just leave him hanging from the street pole for all to see.
Japan thinks they have it figured out, and they're still searching for more verified perpetrators so that they can euthanize them. But good updates, right? I mean, Boris still alive.
Great updates.
Macaques getting taken out for attacking kids. Pretty good. Thanks, Andrew Parker, and everybody in the Discord server for those. Patreon.com/Hard Factor to get in on the conversation on that Discord server. Now, fellas, to the sea, to the Italian coast, Mark, as you predicted. And thanks to listener Charles for this one. Father Mattia Bernasconi, he's 36 years old, from the Archdiocese of Milan. He's in the headlines explaining that he had planned to hold last Sunday's mass ceremony among the trees by the beach in Cortone, southern Italy, where he was taking his class of students on a summer trip, a week-long summer trip for the church, for the Archdiocese of Milan. However, having failed to find shade from the searing heat, Father Bernasconi said a nearby family offered the use of their inflatable mattress as an altar. So Father Mattia did take them up on that offer. You see him there with the mattress as the altar. It's floating in the water. And all of the students did too, take him up on the offer, stripping down and praising the Holy Father with them in their underwear.
It's a raft. He's using it's a raft. It looks pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, it's like a beach raft, but it is like a bed shaped beach raft. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rethinking.
God, I think it looks like a dump. And
guys, you see these young girls in their underwear here with Father
Didn't
Mattia?
notice them. Will was focused on the father and the altar. Didn't
Think
notice
the
him.
church is happy with that?
No, maybe not.
Well, they're not 8 years old, so probably not.
Maybe no.
I mean, good point, Mark. Good point. More on that later. Father Mattia, though, is now facing investigation by Italian authorities, including his bosses in the Catholic Church. In response, Father Mattia said, "It was absolutely not my intention to trivialize the Eucharist. It was simply the Mass at the end of a week of a work."
Right.
How can you get it in the water with a full clothes on?
It would be crazy. You would be so sopping wet and so heavy when you got out of the water. Unbelievable. Father Mattia also apologized, but I'm told that he did so while simultaneously air jacking off with at least one hand. Così è la vita, as they say in Italy. That's life. Yeah. So I'm sure he'll be fine, right? I mean,
he had an incredible time. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to. Yeah, no, he's fine.
This is not the worst thing the Catholic Church is dealing with this week. We can promise you that.
No.
Right.
Okay. You're not going to need to shake hands with anyone for that.
Canada? Yeah.
Right. For the
Pope doesn't care about this.
I mean, yeah, like
this doesn't even approach the Pope's desk.
It's amazing it makes the news.
Yeah.
But they're upset in Italy because it's not the formal. Okay. Now to the open seas, an unnamed location from Down Under Dick. Thank you for submitting this for this insane shark attack video that was released by Shark Week in preparation for a series that's dropping this Shark Week called Great White Open Ocean. And sorry for if this video gets copyright struck for the viewers on YouTube, but it is worth a listen for you guys and the listeners on the pod. So here it is. Okay. Now it's a shark coming up to a guy in a
huge great white shark
observation bin, and
holy shit,
crunches it, absolutely destroys the plastic observation bin the guy was sitting in. Shark destroyed it. So now the dude's scrambling to get out of those.
He's like, I should have gone metal. Why'd I go plastic?
Yeah, why did he go plastic?
He's just screaming.
Fuck.
Everybody's screaming.
Dude, that is a massive shark,
right?
It's a big fish.
Right. Yeah,
that,
so
was
what
just,
happened?
that was just a teaser, right? Like, you know,
That was a teaser, but it's such an amazing teaser. It's like obviously Shark Week is on this year. So what happened in that video, in case I got scrubbed anywhere, a 16-foot great white shark broke through the plastic cage that diver Jimmy Partington was sitting in, forcing him to desperately swim and jump for safety. Like he's like in a suspended cage, like on a metal arm, and so once the shark breaks it, he has nowhere to go. The shark, he's just in the water with a great white shark. Incredible video.
Jesus.
He was 10 stories tall if he was a foot, I tell you.
Yeah, you got to flip the cushion.
Man.
You are going to have to flip the cushion after that. Apparently the shark charged the plastic after it made a few deliberate taps against the side to test it out. So you imagine that fucking big thing like tapping at the side and then coming up to you.
He's like, this won't hurt me if I attack it. Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy has bad PTSD, and you can watch that series, The Great White Open Ocean, on Shark Week. Apparently, the shark made those taps, but I bet Jimmy wishes a pod of orcas had been around. That's all I have to say to Jimmy. And during Shark Week, you should also watch Killer Shark versus Killer Whale on Hulu and see who wins and see who's on the human side. Hashtag Team Orca. Thanks to listener Matthew Arion for that tip during Shark Week.
Well, what was that show called? Jimmy Shits His Pants?
Jimmy gets a new job.
But the one you really should watch, Killer Shark versus Killer Whale. And yes, Jimmy Flips the Cushion is the name of the show.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jimmy Sue's Discovery Channel.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'll be DVRing that.
The estate of Jimmy Sue's Discovery Channel.
Jimmy's brown wetsuit.
He's still alive for now, but he is talking about how bad his PTSD is. Also in the sea, guys, before we get away, we never discussed the mega viral clip in Cape Cod of a humpback whale hopping onto a boat. Look at this. You guys have seen it, right?
Yes.
Look at this thing. The humpback just
wait, one more time.
Boom. The humpback whale just slaps its fucking fat body.
I mean, that's not a little boat. I mean, it's a little boat, but it's not a nothing boat. It's not a rowboat.
It's like a seafaring boat.
It's like a police boat. Looks like.
Yeah, it's got a cabin, a small cabin. He's just fucking it up.
One of the best clips I've ever seen. Silent, so it's great. So we just play it on loop. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whale's world out there.
It is. That's TikTok International Moment, even though we ended up in Cape Cod. But
very good.
Okay.
Well,
international waters.
Now that we're back in Cape Cod, let's head on down south there to Hendersonville, North Carolina. Shout out North Carolina Josh and all the other North Carolina.
Wait, do we have another ad?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, Mark. And thank you, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get to the very last story of the day, which
There we
Mark
go.
has done a great job teasing back in North Carolina.
We'll get there.
And we'll get there for all the Carolinians. Let's talk about the incredible app that gets you cash back every day. And of course, we're talking about Upside. Upside is an amazing app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. You guys do that? You guys do those things?
A little bit.
Every once in a while,
Everybody could use Upside because everybody does those things. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside, especially on gas. I now love finding the best deals on gas with my Upside map. Just open up the app. Now I'm fishing for deals. It's the opposite of what it used to be when I was dreading going to the pump anytime. Just download the Upside app from the App Store, set up your account, and start getting cash back immediately. It's literally that easy. That's all you have to do. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. That's probably because they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. Pretty good, right?
I would imagine that's why they get the good ratings.
I know another business that has that same rating on their biggest rating thing. Download the free Upside app and use promo code HARDFACTOR to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code HARDFACTOR.
Wonderful. So we're saving money on gas back in Cape Cod, and we're taking a road trip down to North Carolina, saving money using Upside. And we're now in North Carolina, Hendersonville in particular. And it's not Sunday, so we're going to go stop in at Chick-Fil-A. How about it? This is a franchise Chick-fil-A in Hendersonville. It's a little short staffed, this Chick-fil-A in Hendersonville, as are a lot of restaurants and fast food places and places in general. And they are looking for help. They don't want full-time official employees, though, because those assholes are expensive and they will just quit eventually anyways. What they, and by they I mean franchise restaurant owner over there, and I won't give the address, but you can look it up. Joel Benson, the franchise restaurant owner operator there, he wants volunteers for his new drive-through express.
Wait, what?
To work at his business, he wants volunteers.
I worked at Chick-fil-A. It fucking sucked. It is hard ass work.
Look, they're going to be compensated, Pat.
Interns, right? This is interns.
Yeah. Everyone relax. These volunteers will be compensated. We don't need to go on and get the federal government and the IRS involved, though, do we? Joel's my type of guy, and that department. Why would we do that?
We probably do.
Well, you say that, but Joel says no. He is going to pay you, Pat, for your volunteer work. Like I said, just not in dollars.
Don't say prayer.
In Chick-fil-A sandwiches to the tune of 5 free sandwiches per hour worked.
5 sandwiches an hour?
Shitload of sandwiches.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Now you're turning me around here.
Unlimited How much is that street value?
We're going to get to that. Thank you for asking. That's a sandwich every 12 minutes, fella. That's like 3 songs on Spotify and someone's walking a sandwich over to you.
I like it.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good, if you ask me.
Tough to turn down.
Apparently not everyone was as excited as we are about this, though. In fact, hundreds of internet commenters bashed the company's Facebook page.
Imagine if you were the chicken man, your reputation would precede you. Everybody would want it to be around you to get your chicken sandwiches.
The keyboard warriors can talk all they want, but I bet this guy's got 1,000 volunteers now. Okay? And so they're calling
popular volunteers,
top quality of submissions.
Oh, absolutely, very fit folks.
Just a lot of questions too.
Yeah,
about how they can take the sandwiches.
We're talking deluxe. We're talking classics.
These are coupons, or I got to eat them all while I'm on shift.
Am I getting lemonade with these? Or,
transferable?
Am I allowed to bring a bag? You guys got lockers back there?
Bring a couple buddies to bring them home. Right. I can give them to whoever I want, right?
Now my girl loves
I'm only doing this if you fill up the Yeti every day.
It's every 12 minutes, sir. Sandwich me. But anyways, like Pat was saying earlier, a lot of people are saying this is illegal, and mentioning how the owners of Chick-fil-A are worth $14 billion and they should pay actual money to people that work. But again, I don't think those people read that it's volunteer work or knew that this was Joel Benson's franchised out Chick-fil-A. He's not the owners of all of Chick-fil-A. How's he ever going to get to $14 billion like the owners of Chick-fil-A if he doesn't get a little creative?
You got to get free labor, but also did they see the 5 sandwiches an hour stat?
We're going to get to that very
It's
soon.
impressive.
The math on it. So now workers at Chick-fil-A, they make about $19 an hour from when I was reading when they were defending themselves.
What?
Yeah, currently.
Pat used to make like what?
513.
2022, pal.
Inflation.
Yeah, it's about $19 an hour at this specific humpback whale restaurant. It's about $19 an hour. And I think that's pretty solid. The math there is 19 times 8 if you're a full-time employee, 8 hours a day. It's $152 a day times 5, 5 days a week for a normal work week is like $760 a week times 52 weeks in a year, which is $39,520 if you get like PTO and you work 40-hour weeks. Mm-hmm. Okay, about 40 grand, $39.50. Now let me kick it over to my guy on TikTok here that did the math for me on how much these volunteers would be making on these
60 grand.
A Chick-fil-A in Hendersonville, North Carolina says that it wants people to work for chicken sandwiches instead of money at its drive-thru. 5 chicken sandwiches per shift, 1 hour worked. But what if this was a full-time job? Let's do the math. So 5 chicken sandwiches per hour times 8-hour day. 40 chicken sandwiches per day times 5 days in a week. That's 200 chicken sandwiches times 52 weeks in a year. That is 10,400 Chick-fil-A sandwiches per year instead of me again. How much is that worth? Let's go over to the menu. Here we have entrees. I'm going to go with original Chick-fil-A sandwich. That's $4.29 times 4.29 equals $44,616 worth of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. However, if anyone ate 10,400 Chick-fil-A sandwiches in a year, they would probably die because that is, as I said, 40 Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
You don't eat all these, man. Come on.
Oh, this guy's never heard of a freezer. By the way, I did the math. This is bullshit. The $5.15 I was making in 2002 would be $8.48 today.
So they pay good now.
Yeah, you
also you can opt for your salary and chicken.
You idiot.
The fuck, man.
What were you doing working for $5
Wrong
an hour?
time.
Moron?
It was a new concept. I never heard of Chick-fil-A. It was a brand new franchise.
Okay.
You were in on the ground floor. You should have stuck with it. They really took off. But
wow,
best 4 months of my life.
That's like $22 an hour in sandwiches, though. Not bad. All right, I'm going to try to prank call this place. I read some articles saying that they've been getting a lot of phone calls, so I'm not sure they're going to answer. I think a lot of people have been calling them and talking shit to them.
It's
so
a Chick-fil-A.
But you're interested, right?
Oh, I'm going to ask for the job.
Yeah, please. Sight unseen.
I'm asking for the job.
Ask if they'll pay for your relocation because you want to move there to work there.
Yeah.
But will they pay it in sandwiches?
Oh, I also want to know because I think deluxes are more expensive.
I'm going to ask Pat about the deluxe.
Okay.
Put it closer to the mic.
I'm sorry. I knew you would. Because the deluxes are.
Thank you for calling Chick-fil-A in Hendersonville. This is Matt. How can I help you?
Matt, good to talk to you. I'm interested in the volunteer work.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second so I can get some information and point you in the right direction.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Good.
Well, it sounds promising. But remember the deluxe. Because, there's a price difference. I think it's like 50 cents different. So, the math that guy did was, Okay.
I'm interested in the volunteer work. Really interested. 5 sandwiches an hour.
Mike on the phone.
You're not doing the 5 sandwiches an hour. I'll do it for 4.
We're actually not doing the volunteer work anymore. I'm so sorry about that.
Fuck! Listen.
Short-term thing that we did. If you have any other questions or comments, you can always call back.
Look, I'll do it for 4, and one of them's got to be a deluxe.
Go 3.
I don't get out of bed for less than 3. I could get to 3.
Tell her 2's the floor.
2 and some lemonade. 2 and some lemonade. I'll do it for 2. I'll do the bathrooms. Look, I'm desperate for these sandwiches.
It will be my pleasure.
It will be my pleasure. I need the job. I'll do it for 2.
Can you at least call my PO and tell him?
Can I talk to Joel? I know Joel would be interested in this deal. This is a good deal for Joel. Mr. Benson's not there. Listen, leave a note for Mr. Benson. 2 and lemonade.
He'll know.
She's so nice.
It's her pleasure to serve.
Tell her your PO is going to be calling her.
I'm going to try to work Ryan back up to 3, so don't mention the 2 talk if you could, if that's all right. I'll call Ryan back and try to pretend like this didn't happen. I'm going to start over fresh with Ryan. Have a great day. My pleasure.
Awesome.
I had a name lined up if she asked. I thought they were going to ask for a name. I was going to say Marv, and then if they asked for her last name.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but
That's
see if they
amazing.
caught on to that. There you go. So it worked. I feel sorry for, pranking them, but I don't because.
Well, it's
No, they
terrible.
talked
They're
to
not
a lawyer.
offering. Horrible. They're not offering the deal.
Look,
I
she
mean,
opened the door for a future call to Ryan down the
That's
road.
true.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right,
yeah, we got to make
let's
that
do
happen.
The wheel.
Yeah, that was a legal counsel.
All right, so this wheel is for next Tuesday's show.
No, we already spun that
Already
one.
Did it actually?
Oh,
Ooh, we recorded Friday's episode a tad early, so you'll find out who's on Tuesday.
Right.
And also, you have yeah.
we don't need the wheel.
No, we
Don't need the wheel.
Okay. Wes doesn't. Should we tell Wes what he's on?
No.
Let's let him look it up.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sure it's the
look it up.
coffee.
You're gonna have to
Yeah.
look it up.
I'm enjoying doing the coffee.
There you
You're gonna
go.
have to look it up, Wes.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it. For
Hey.
Hard Fact Check. We have a full Florida Man Friday coming out tomorrow.
Big weekend for the boys. Yeah.
It's a good sode. We recorded it today. It's a fun one. It's a preview of like what the Patreon is like. Everyone's gonna get to hear that on a Friday, and then I think on Monday we have the deep dive of Elon Musk, and we talk about Errol Musk in that one.
There you go.
That's right. You'll learn
Tuesday
how
night.
weird their relationship is, and it's quite odd. I mean, more odd than you probably can begin to think about right now.
That's
A
right.
couple hound dogs. Also, if you're in the Patreon and you're in the Send in the Car tier, trivia,
Right.
August 5. What up? Put on your calendar. If you want to join, you can join.
Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow.
Patreon.com/hardfactor. And if you happen to be on the Jersey Shore this weekend, you can come see me, Will, Mark, not Wes.
Right.
Not
in
Wes. Not
Atlantic
invited.
City. We'll be at the Anchor Rock Club on Friday night. Hanging
Preferably if you look like Wes, so we could
Oh, that'd
take
be
some
fun.
pictures
That
and
sounds
send
like
them
a fun
back, and
time.
we could call you Wes for the.
It's for your
weekend.
own good.
You're going to the Atlantic City, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You like that place?
I mean, I like to gamble. I've done that without drinking before.
Oh. All right. Well,
Bet
it's
you
going
have,
long.
man.
We're going long here, so we should
Bet
wrap
you
it up.
have.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone have a great fucking day, and then
Say hi.
when the weekend, like the three of us will, and don't have a weekend like Wes. Hopefully,
I'll be working.
Talk to you later. Love you guys. Have a great fucking day.
You had a gig the whole time?
Yeah.